This sucks.
Nice. Oh.
Let's get started. Try to answer this.
This is it.
You do know.
Nice going.
All right.
I see. Wow. Okay.
Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Persona 5 New Game Plus. It is the 19th, and after another chance to get a little bit of knowledge, as you saw with that class question, we're going to continue a little bit more with our preparations before heading into the first palace. You'll notice from what Ryuji is saying there that today, the 19th, is the first day that we can start progressing Ryuji's particular confidant link, and that's something that we really want to do. The nice thing about the confidant links associated with your teammates, so the people who go inside palaces with you and that sort of stuff, is that they usually they'll usually deliver bonuses in terms of combat abilities along the way. And so it often means that when you get a new person to the team, you really quickly want to boost their confidant link as fast as possible, because you can't use some of the combat abilities that you've got so used to with your more regular teammates. So after checking up there on the 3rd floor, we're going to head over to Shibuya and do some exploring around there, because one of the things that we haven't really done is had a look around Central Street during the day. There are a bunch of locations that we can sort of trigger events for and be able to fast travel to. So that's a large amount of what we're doing here.
Oh.
As we see the tutorial towards renting DVDs, which is another way of boosting your social link stats, and different DVDs all give you different stats. In each sort of just how that works.
Hey.
The reason we can't enter the diner yet is because the diner is specifically unlocked later on during the game. Game has it's really feeding us things to do in drips and drabs here, primarily because it's trying to push us towards confidant links, but it's also really trying to push us towards getting into the palace and running around the palace, because we especially don't have a lot to do in the evenings yet because we can't leave the house. That will soon change, but yeah, for these early days where you can't leave the house, there is really very little for you to be able to do aside from study in LeBlanc and other things like that. So we're going to get some more SP replenishing drinks from the arcade. Again, these things replenish every week. So most Mondays, or at least the first day of the week that we have freedom, I'm going to be trying to go to these shops and collecting a lot of the, collecting a lot of these sort of consumables, just because they are very useful for us when it comes to doing palaces and doing a lot of the combat. You always want to have a good store of it, especially because we don't have any good ways of replenishing SP as of right now. Eventually, we do get something better, but for now, we definitely don't. So, something else that I haven't really mentioned before, but I think is important, is the fact that different persona in the game, so the personas that we use for battle and stuff like that, different persona in the game, they are actually, within themselves, they are also associated with a specific, what they call arcana, which is linked to your confidants. So you'll have noticed in the last episode where we unlocked Takimi, her confidant link is called the Death Confidant link, and there are a bunch of persona which have the associated Death Arcana type. And the important thing that this gets to is that you want to have a persona in your storage whenever that is of the same type as whenever you're talking to the to a confidant, because your confidant links will increase by, I think it's like 1.2%, or like, so you get, sorry, not 1.2%, but you get a multiplication of like times 1.2 to all of your interactions, and that obviously means that you get to increase your confidant links that much more faster. So we're going to talk to Ryuji here and enjoy his confidant link, so I will talk to you when we're done.
Wanna get going? Damn it. Come on, man. Damn it. All right.
right.
See ya.
Hey. Oh, yeah.
So we are back here at LeBlanc, and as we interact once more with the TV to see what's going on, sort of like current news, we're going to get some instructions as to the rules about acting in LeBlanc. So during opening hours, you're usually not going to be able to do too much within LeBlanc, because obviously there are customers, and Sojiro needs to make his money. During the evening, there is a mechanic by which, if there are customers inside LeBlanc, you won't be able to do some of your the main thing, you know, some of the activities that you can do during the evening. But you can just talk to those customers over and over again, and eventually they'll get annoyed at you enough to leave. I could have spoken to the character there, but I chose not to. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to head upstairs and we're going to clean our room. Cleaning the room is an important step. It's quite hard to avoid doing it because there is so little to do in these early evenings of the game. And the main reason that we really want to clean the room is because it unlocks us the plant pot.
Nice.
And the plant pot, what you can do with that is you can feed it.
Okay.
You can feed the plant using sort of bionutrients that you can buy at the flower shop in the
Incredible.
within the underground mall, and that gives you a really easy source of free kindness that we'll talk about later on. However, this episode is going to end as Morgana tells us to go to sleep, so I will see you on the next.